Hey everybody, welcome to another update for Wehinahpay. My name is Greg Anderson and I'd like to introduce to you our Scout Executive, Lee Murdoch. And he's got some great news for us.
Well, I don't know if I have great news for everybody. It's actually really sad news. Greg Anderson is unfortunately not going to be at Wehinahpay this summer. So he is no longer going to be our camp director because he's moving on to a fantastic opportunity to work with another local council of the Boy Scouts of America. Greg will be providing leadership to multiple camps in the state of California, but we're not here to promote those camps, right, Greg?
Nope, not today.
We're here to share with you guys some exciting information about what it is we have in store for you, our campers, this summer at Wehinahpay. Greg?
I've got to say, the program that we've got prepared for you, all of you all, in 2021 is something amazing. I think that you all are going to really enjoy it. Like we said before, we've got a couple different tiers depending on kind of where the state health department kind of goes with. And so we don't exactly know what options we're going to end up going with, but we've made sure that we've planned out for all of the eventualities that we might have. So I think that we've got something really, really great. Lee, can you tell us about a couple of the options that we've got?
Absolutely. And Greg, I just want to share candidly, as you know, living here in the state of New Mexico, we look at these things on like a daily basis and talk to our medical experts on a daily basis. And again, based on the information they're hearing and they're sharing with us, there doesn't appear to be any models that would allow us to operate summer camp as we knew it, say back in 2019 or earlier. So the three prevailing logic models that we have right now on how to deliver a quality scouting program this summer at Wehinahpay are as follows. 5 weeks of in-person cohort model summer camp to scouts from across our region. So whether you be in Texas, Oklahoma, Colorado, Arizona, or right here in New Mexico, or wherever, you can come and join us for those 5 weeks. Again, operating at about a 50% capacity. That's scenario one. That's our ideal best case scenario. Scenario number two is having to switch to a New Mexico only model, again, based on sort of some of the prevailing logic that we hear. For example, our state parks aren't even open currently for overnight camping. So the idea of shifting to having 2 in-person weeks of New Mexico only campers while also delivering 3 weeks of virtual programming to our scouts. And then the third option is shifting to delivering 5 weeks of virtual content to scouts. Again, our ideal is to be able to deliver 5 in-person weeks of a cohort model to scouts from all over the region. That decision ultimately is in a lot of ways out of our hands. And as Greg can tell you, as he's been providing the majority of the leadership and management of preparing for those scenarios, it's really complicated to be preparing for 3 very different scenarios. It's a very complex project, and we appreciate your patience and we appreciate your understanding as we continue to try to figure out the best way to deliver a quality scouting program to you and your scouts this summer. Greg, did I miss anything there?
No. I just wanted to add that really we understand that getting scouts out into the woods and getting out camping is very important for their development. And that's been weighing on our minds. And so that is one of our biggest priorities, but we also want to make sure that we're doing it safely and within the legal bounds of the state. And so that's really kind of where our minds have been at. It's not like we want to be, buzzkills or anything like that. We just want to make sure that we are doing the very best by you that we possibly can. And I think what we've come up with is going to be really like the best of the 2020 camps are going to be able to offer. We're going to be able to have some things that we haven't been able to have in the past just because we'd be doing a different model. So I think that while it's going to be different, I think there's going to be some really great opportunities for scouts at Wehinahpay in 2021.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead and flash up the what we're thinking of as the program right now. As you'll be able to see on the screen, we have a multitude of things that we're thinking, and again, utilizing the cohort model where your unit is going to move around camp together. Your scouts and adult leaders will get to experience some of these really fun activities that, like Greg said, otherwise they might not have experienced in previous years, right? So this is what we're currently thinking of delivering as a quality scouting experience in person at Wehinahpay this summer. I appreciate your patience as the days go by and the reality comes more clearly into focus of what we're going to be able to do. This might change, and we might not be able to deliver all these things, but this is what we think right now we are going to be able to deliver to you and your scouts.
Yeah, I think one of the things I really want to point out with as you guys look through this, some of them seem like they're very normal camp things, but some of the cool things about having a smaller group at camp means that some of the things that you'd be in wait lists for, or you wouldn't be able to get into because you didn't sign up fast enough, it means that you're going to be able to do those things much easier. Rather than, when it's going to be just like, yeah, you get to do this. Everybody in the troop can do this. Everybody can do this. And so it means that, some things like ATVs or possibly Mountain Man, really that, we have very small groups, 10 to 20 people a week are able to do it. It means the entire camp gets to do it. So we're very excited for things like that. And even for our online projects, we've got some crazy ideas floating out there. Some of you were with us this last summer, but we want to make it as much fun and as entertaining as we possibly can, filmed at camp with a lot of fun, weird activities, because we understand that's also part of camp. So, yeah.
Great. Speaking of that, did you able to figure out, or were you able to figure out how to get the Mountain Breeze boxed up so that if we do have to go virtual, we can ship to everybody?
We have. So what we did was we have got our trained experts out in the field with boxes up at Wehinahpay waiting for breezes as we speak right now. And so they're standing out in the valley, and as soon as the breeze hits the box, we close it up, we send it out to you. So it's an important part of camp is to get that mountain breeze, the cool air. And so, when the box comes to you, wherever you may be, Texas or wherever, you can open it up and you can, get a little breeze of Wehinahpay.
And good news for you scouts that have been to Wehinahpay before. The cows aren't on property right now, so it's like a true mountain air experience without that bovine sprinkling.
Yeah, it's a little weird. I know. I know some of you guys are a big fan of it, so
I assume this is going to be an outtake at this point.
I'm pretty sure it will, but I'm enjoying it.
But in all seriousness, we're really excited about this opportunity. Greg has just worked tirelessly, and he's got a couple more weeks with us here in the Conquistador Council before he moves on, and he's doing his best to prepare for all these possible scenarios. I just want to publicly thank him for his leadership and all that he's done to make summer camp happen this year. It's no small feat to prepare for your week at camp. I hope you realize that, and Greg, just thank you so much for your leadership. Greg's going on, like I said, to California, and I know he's going to do great things there, but in his heart, there's always going to be a special spot for Wehinahpay, I hope, and I'm certain that he'd love to see you down the scouting trail. So, yeah, I don't know what else to share with you folks. I mean, again, just trying to be candid with you guys. There's a lot of the decisions that are out of our hands, but we are working with, like I said, local physicians, the Department of Health, the Department of the Environment. We've actually reached out to our friends up at Philmont Scout Ranch to understand what it is they're doing, just to try to figure out the best way that we can serve all scouts. And again, I can't echo this enough, or I can't say this enough. Our most sincere hope is that we're able to host 5 weeks of in-person cohort model camping. That's just what we want. I mean, again, Greg and I have spent a number of summers at camps across this country, and we understand and appreciate that the camp experience makes a difference in the lives of young people and adults. And we also appreciate the fact that this summer it's just going to be a little bit different than we've known before. But we do really hope that we're able to see you in the mountains. So, Greg, what else do you think we should share with these folks?
I would just say that, if you're on the fence about coming to Wehinahpay this year,